Hi guys, it's Grace with Grace Gets Gastric, and I am here today for a random questions tag, a 30 random questions tag. A couple of people have been doing it, and I was tagged by the lovely Downsizing Danielle. You can find her linked below. And I thought this would be a fun, quick video to do, so let's jump right in. Question number 1, where did you grow up? I grew up in Washington State, in a very small town in Washington State. Where do you currently live? I currently live in Washington State in Seattle. I've been here since college. Who was your first best friend? I'm not entirely sure. As a kid, I had a lot of like fleeting best friends. The first one that really comes to mind was a girl named Crystal, who moved away when I was young. I honestly don't even remember how old I was. But my first best friend that like is still my best friend is a girl named Eileen, who we've known each other for a long time, but I think officially became best friends freshman year of high school. And she doesn't live in this state, but she was here when I had my surgery, and so she cared for me for a few days after I had my VSG. How tall are you? I am 5'8". Dogs or cats? Cats all the way. Funniest moment throughout high school? I have no idea. This is a weird question to me. I can't think of a particularly like funny moment. I mean, there was obviously like fun things that happened, but IDK, which year were you born? I was born in 1990. I was actually born November 19th, 1990. I think I'm probably gonna be posting this a few days after that. Well, not in 1990, but a few days after my birthday. Have you gone to college? Yes, I have gone to college. I got a double degree in international business and marketing, with another degree in Spanish. What is your favorite drink? Probably peach Crystal Light. I love that stuff. What is your spirit animal and why? I am going to be super unfun and say that I don't like that question. First of all, spirit animal is kind of an appropriating term, like that is a term used by Native Americans, part of their culture, and I don't really feel like it's appropriate for us to have appropriated that and having, using it so casually when it has actually important meaning for them. I also just don't have an animal. I'm a human being. So, none. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? That is not an answerable question. So if you'll see here, these are all of my perfumes, and I am a many perfumes kind of girl. Like I don't really have just one signature scent. It varies depending on my mood. So I think that today I am wearing Chloe. Yeah, I'm wearing this one. But I have Burberry. I mean, I have a bunch of different scents. I really like scents. I tend to get a new one every single year. It's kind of like a thing for me. So I don't really have a signature scent. Tea or coffee? Coffee, all the way. I love me some iced tea. I did mention peach Crystal Light, which is like a peach tea flavor, but coffee for sure. What are your life goals? Well, that's deep. To be happy, content, fulfilled in life. I don't know that I have necessarily at this point, maybe I should, a firm goal. I have sort of an idea of what I want my future to look like, but it is more a state of being and a way of living rather than concrete goals. So, what sports do you play or have you played? Growing up, I played soccer most consistently. I also played some volleyball. But I don't really play sports now and have not in a long time. God, I keep losing my place, sorry. Have any books you read changed your life? Yes, I would definitely say that is the case. There are a lot of books I would say could probably qualify, but the one that most immediately comes to mind is actually the Harry Potter series. I've read vociferously my entire life. But I think that the Harry Potter series is probably the first series that so completely captivated me. I think it's probably the first fantasy series or fantasy books that I read. At least it's definitely the ones that stand out to me. Some of the best friends that I have right now, I met because of my love of that series. So it's definitely one that has greatly impacted my life. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is My Cousin Vinny. It is just one of those feel-good movies for me. I always am in the mood to watch it, and it always just cheers me up. I like to watch it, especially like when I'm sick, if I'm not feeling well. Such a great movie. What are your favorite YouTubers? Obviously, I love all of the people that I watch in the bariatric community. There are too many to name. Other than people in the weight loss surgery community, I also watch some kind of fitness people. So Stephanie Buttermore and Abby are two of my favorites there. And then I also do watch a lot of makeup channels. Some of my current favorites are Whitney Hedrick, Raw Beauty Christie, and Samantha Ravindal, just to name a couple. Do you speak any languages and how well? Yes, I speak Spanish and a little bit of Portuguese. I used to be totally fluent in Spanish. I lived abroad for 6 months when I was in college. Like I said earlier, it was one of my degrees. I was fluent, but I've not really spoken it since about 2013. Except for my trip to Peru, where a lot of it came back to me. Pero not enough. So, you know, yeah, I'm definitely conversational in Spanish. I can understand much better than I can speak. I mean, and I can speak pretty well, but I'm not fluent anymore. I'd say conversational. Portuguese, I used to be conversational in. Now I would say I am, I don't even know if there's a word for how not well I can speak it, but I think because of my background in it and my understanding of Spanish, I think it would also come back to me quickly if I was in a situation where I had to speak it. Are you single or taken? I am single. What's your idea of a dream date? I don't know that I necessarily have a specific idea of a dream date in terms of like what you would do. I think again, it's more about the person that you're with than what you're doing, and the kind of, I guess my dream date would be more a state of being, a state of feeling, a state of, you know, a feeling of connection and synergy, as opposed to like doing something in particular. But you know, what do I know? Because the next question, how long was your longest relationship? I would not really say that I've ever had a serious relationship. So 0? Yay. How would you describe your fashion sense? I would not. I don't know what I would call my fashion sense. I don't think of it that often. What is your go-to hairstyle? This is a sort of curly, messy, what is this? Why does it look like that? I don't know. Minimalistic. Basically, this is what my hair looks like. I put some like refreshing spray in it, and then, I mean, this is the end of the day, and like this piece can just die in a fire, but yeah. I just, whatever takes the least amount of effort. How many siblings do I have? I have 2. My sister, she is younger. She is my biological sister. I have a brother who is older. He was my stepbrother, but he was adopted, and he has been my brother for, God, I don't even know how long, since he was in kindergarten, and he's a year and a half older than I am. So, you know, he's my brother. What is your go-to fast food order? This is such a weird question to me, because this like acts like there's only one fast food restaurant, and it's weird. And I also don't know that I have one. I like fast food as much as the next person, but it was never my vice of choice before surgery. I mean, I could definitely put away some fast food, but it was not something that like I necessarily did all that often. I had other things that I preferred. And I certainly do not do much fast food now. So I will say, what was my go-to? No. So if I were to go to McDonald's, for example, I would get a plain double cheeseburger, and I would probably tell myself I'm going to remove half the bun, and then would remove half the bun and then eat half the bun later on. But I mean, yeah, if I'm like getting fast food, and I'm like not being good, like that's probably what I would get. And then I'd probably eat like a couple of my roommate's fries. So I'm assuming I'm going with her, because if I go to McDonald's, it's usually with her. do you use PC or Mac? PC all the way. I can appreciate and respect Mac's amazing marketing capabilities and the way that they have created a brand to trick people into spending an astronomical amount of money for a system that they have locked down, but I do not want to participate in that. So PC all the way. What is your most memorable vacation memory? I don't know that there is just one most memorable. There are so many different, I mean, we traveled a lot as a family. I've always traveled a lot as myself. You know, travel is one of the very important driving forces in my life. And so to say that there's just one most memorable memory, I think it would just depend on something. I need more specificity than that. I would definitely say that my trip to England and Paris, it was the first international trip I ever went on, has quite a few strong memories for me. Central and South America have my heart, and so there are so many different memories that stand out from my trips to countries in those areas, but yeah, I mean, too many to count. What are your morning and evening routines? So morning, I wake up. If it is a gym day, I wake up early, I go to the gym, I shower, get ready at the gym, go to work. If it's not a gym day, I get up, wash my face, do all that stuff, put on my makeup, make my protein coffee, and then go to work. Evening routine, I will wash my face, remove all my makeup, do all that stuff. And then I generally read for 1 to 3 hours, depending on how early I go to bed and how much reading I am keen to get done before hitting the lights. Do I have any bad habits? Oh, absolutely. I'm sure I do. I don't know if it's a bad habit, but the fact that I'm having trouble thinking of ones off the top of my head, because I'm definitely not so arrogant as to think I don't have bad habits. I think partially, like, all of my bad habits I feel that come to mind are food related, and I absolutely have bad habits that are not food related, I'm sure, but those are just the ones that are the most on my mind. So things like snacking and grazing. When I'm measuring things out, I often will take like one bite that I don't technically measure, and as if it doesn't count, you know. I say and like too much. Yeah. And then number 30, tell us one thing that you guys would not know about me. I don't know. Oh, for a horribly embarrassing thing. I lost my license when I was 17. So in my state, if you get 2 tickets before you turn 18, you lose your license. And so I got 2 tickets. You lose your license for 6 months or until you turn 18. And I lost my license 6 months before I turned 18. So I had to have the full 6 months, which was excruciating. And it was, you know, it was over summer and going into my senior year of high school. And I lived in like a small town where you really needed a car to get around. And so luckily, like, all of my friends had cars, but I'm in any friend group, I'm the one who drives, you know? Everyone has, like, in friend groups, like, they have the person who drives and who plans things, and that's me. And so to have to rely on others, oh God, that was rough. So yeah. The first ticket, fully my fault. The second ticket was bullshit, but that is a different story. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, I should tag people. I'm gonna tag, I don't know who's doing this or who's done this, because I'm probably going to post this a little bit later, but if you haven't done it yet, and if you're interested, only if you're interested, I'm gonna tag Mystery Guest 1948 Ruthie, Esther from Esther's VSG track, and Jamie from Smaller in NCR and Y. I think I got that right. And anyone else who's interested in doing it, if you haven't been tagged, I'd love to learn more about you. These are fun to do. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye!